Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Thursday edition of Biz Talks. My name's Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija International. Got the t-shirt to prove it. Healthy shouldn't be hard, our company slogan. And it's my privilege to be the host of tonight's broadcast. I'm very excited. I'm going to have a special guest with me this evening. Sheri um, Martin is one of our rising stars in Zija. But first, let me do this. I want to welcome all of you to the broadcast, our established distributors. I see some of our, more tenured distributors been with us for a long time, some brand new people. But in particular, I want to extend a warm welcome to those of you that have been invited as a guest. You're probably wondering, why was I invited to this? Well, if a friend or maybe an acquaintance, coworker, family member, they've been sharing with you a little bit about our company. Maybe you've been, part of our customer base. You've been using our Zija products. If you're like most people, you probably are interested in being able to create additional income, have a little bit more financial resources. Maybe you're interested in creating more time freedom. That's one of the things we've found in life is that no matter how good you're doing, it seems like the better you do, the busier you are. Or maybe you're just looking for more fun in your life or more meaning in your life. And if I could show you how to create, more income, more time freedom, and more fun or meaning in your life, would that be worth giving a few minutes of your time to learn about? And if you can say yes to that, then I want to welcome you to the Zija community. And you're going to find a lot of people here that you're going to resonate with. We've got all kinds of people, all age brackets. We've got people in their 60s and 70s like myself, people looking for additional retirement income. We've got young people, Gen X, millennials, looking for careers that, maybe they recognize now that the expensive education that they were told was going to give them, the job of their dreams just isn't working out. They're looking for something that they can do that's meaningful, that provides, gives back to the community, something they can do in their own time frame, in their own way. You'll find a lot of people, young couples, raising children, looking for a way to have additional income. So one of the parents can stay home and raise the kids, kind of like, the old ways of doing things. You may find people in their 40s and 50s that are looking for ways to, create an environment where they can enjoy more life, to spend more time with their families and not give up the lifestyle that they've generated over, the last 20 or 30 years of working. Wherever you happen to be in your life, you're going to find like-minded people here. And so let me do this. I'm going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to share with you three things that you're going to want to look at. You're going to want to investigate in more detail beyond tonight. You're going to want to learn a little bit about the company, who's running the company. You're certainly going to want to learn a little bit about what do we market, what are our products, and why would this be a good business to develop them from home. And then certainly you're going to want to learn about timing. And I'm going to have a special guest join me here in a couple of minutes to share her story so you can see one of the many people that I've been talking about and how they've used our company's income opportunity and products to build the life that they're looking for. So first, number one, our company. The owner of our company, the fellow's name is Ken Brailsford. He's got a tremendous track record already in health and nutrition. Ken has already created two previous multi-billion dollars in sales companies going all the way back to the early 70s. His first company's been in business over 45 years now. Second company's been in business over 30 years. Zija International is Ken's third company. He actually came out of retirement motivated to bring our products to market, very unique products in the health and wellness industry. More recently, this past year, we acquired Jeremy Red and his management team as our executive management team. Now, you may not recognize Jeremy's name, but another icon in the direct marketing industry. Jeremy Red and his team have already taken two previous companies from where we are today, about $100 million, $150 million a year company, and built those companies to over $1 billion in annual sales. So between the pedigree of our owner and his historic ability to create, multi-decade, multi-billion dollar companies, and our corporate executive management team, who has a documented track record of taking modest-sized companies like ours into the stratosphere, your ability to be part of a solid company with a solid future is essentially guaranteed. Now let's talk about our products, because quite frankly, the products are the foundation of anything. You cannot have a superstar company with mediocre products. And I'm going to encourage you to spend more time investigating our products. This is just an overview. We launched our company as the Moringa Company. Now, most of you are probably familiar. Over this past year or so, you've been hearing about Moringa oleifera. Every Dr. Oz and Oprah, everybody has been talking about Moringa oleifera, the superfood of 2019. We were the first company to bring Moringa oleifera to the market space in a commercial format. Today, we are the world's largest grower, harvester, and manufacturer of Moringa oleifera products. We've expanded our product divisions. Today, we have healthy nutrition products based on the Moringa oleifera tree, healthy weight management products, sports nutrition products. We've expanded into personal care products, including skin care, hair care, household products, all of the consumables that people use on a daily basis, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash. We have expanded to the point where everything that we have meets the three most important ingredients that I looked at when I looked at products as an entity to investigate. We have products that make a meaningful difference in people's lives, products that people are looking for, products that you don't have to, educate people on. They already know they want them and need them. In today's environment, everybody's talking about clean, green, natural, plant-based. These are our product divisions. And because we've expanded from, nutrition to sports nutrition, essential oil line, home care and personal care products, we have something for everybody. And then we added one more product in earlier this year, which is, it's a category creator product. We entered the CBD oil market space with something that is unheard of. We are the only mainstream company in the world that has produced a 24-hour time-released application CBD square. It's a transdermal let's see if we can do that here. It's a transdermal square that you apply to your skin 24 hours. While we don't make medical claims, we don't talk about, our products being able to cure disease or anything. It kind of just makes sense. If you give the body what it needs, it's going to do the very best it can to take care of itself. In the CBD oil market space, there are so many stories and testimonials of people that have had nothing but life-changing, nothing less than life-changing, miraculous benefits from this powerful product that has just recently been produced. And that kind of brings me to my third arena I wanted to talk with you about, which is timing. Part of the timing is the timing with the company. If you knew you could join a company that was literally going to, 5x and 10x in size over the next couple of years, does that sound like a good place to be in at the beginning of that growth? If you could be part of a company that is virtually unheard of today. I mean, you stop 10 people on the street and ask them if they've heard of Zija International. I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to get 10 people to say, Zija what? We're really not a household name. But if you think about it, we are part of a company legacy that has created some of the top name companies in this industry. And to be able to do something that we're about to do, yet with a foundation that we already have, would it be beneficial to you to be part of a company before the masses? And let's do one more thing, and let's talk about a single product division, our CBD oil transdermal patch application. Forbes magazine early this year identified the CBD oil market space as being about a $500 million a year business in the United States. They're projecting that to grow to over $20 billion a year. That's a 40x increase in just the next 2 years. And would it be important to you and your future and of your family if you could be part of that growth? So few things to contemplate. I'm going to bring over Sheri Martin because I'm a firm believer that when you learn about the stories of the people that have been involved with our company, that's what's going to motivate you to take a more serious look. This is your heads up here, Sheri. I'm going to bring you over to this side of the broadcast. And while Sheri's coming over here, let me do a little bit of introduction about Sheri. I've had the opportunity to know Sheri now for a couple of years. She's one of our relatively newer distributors. Sheri, you're going to want to kick on your camera for me, and I am going to unmute you. And there you go. Hi, Sheri. How are you?
I'm good, Fred. How are you?
Lovely to see you. You're looking lovely this evening.
Thank you.
And give me just a moment. I wanted to introduce you to the folks. I've known Sheri and her husband Wayne here for a couple of years. Sheri has a very interesting story, and the reason I asked her to be here this evening is in just the last couple of months, her business has absolutely exploded. Now, for those of you that are guests, this won't mean anything to you, but she's been part of our Premier 20 and our Elite 40 team 3 consecutive months. She's been at the top of the leaderboards in my organization. She's just rocking it. I mean, she's a superstar. And what's really exciting to me about this is Sheri comes to the table not with a big network marketing background. She's actually been one of those people who's been involved in network marketing, programs in the past, never made any kind of significant income, doesn't have an MLM background. She was a stay-at-home mom for many years, raising, I think, what 7 kids, was it, Sheri?
Yes, that's right.
Her and her husband operate a traditional business, but her motivation to build the Zija business is to create a retirement income path for her and Wayne, because as we know, Sheri, and anybody who owns a small or medium-sized local business, they're only as good as at the day they open up the business, because the day they shut that door, that's the end of the income, right? There's typically very little retirement plan once you shut off the business. So Sheri, welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on your recent rank achievement to our silver level, and that's quite an accomplishment. Let's do this. Let's start out a little bit, because I want the folks to kind of hear your story, because I think so many people will see themselves in the Sheri Martin story. And I shared a little bit about your background, that sort of thing. Maybe you can talk a little bit about, before business, before network marketing, what were you doing, Sheri?
Okay. So before network marketing, I was raising kids. We had, I think we had just about all of, well, let me take you back to the mid-70s. I actually started with Ken Brailsford, a first company in the 70s, and down in Southern California. And I used the product. I liked the product. I used the product. And then we moved to Washington with 3 kids, and in Washington, then we had 4 more. And I loved staying home and taking care of the kids. And I was also interested in health products all along. So I would, I kind of went with gut feeling. I'd get a gut feeling about a product and go with it. And so when I found Zija, though, I love the product. I love how I can drink my vitamins every day, and I think it tastes wonderful. Yeah, the super mix, and I wanted to build a business, but I kind of piddled around. That's kind of what I'd done all through the years. I didn't really apply myself to really succeed. I kind of had a lack of confidence too that entered in there, and was shy, and just didn't think I could do it. And what I have found with Zija, though, is I found my mentors, my upline, they are so invested in helping us to succeed that they're so patient and explain things time and again. And then when the company, I realized how that invested the company is in helping us succeed, something just clicked. And I thought, okay, this is my opportunity. I think when the CBD came out, I saw, I don't want to miss this. This is going to be a tidal wave, and I don't want to miss it. And I'm not going to miss it. And I'm going to take this seriously as a business. Now I want to do the business. I love people and I love helping people. I lacked the confidence to really think I could be successful, but now I believe I can be successful.
You know, you bring up a really good point, Sheri, because, you know, let's be realistic now. I mean, especially for those of us that, let's say, we're over 20 years of age.
Yeah. Yeah.
For those of us that have been around for a while, there's a lot of people that over the years have been involved in various network marketing or multi-level marketing or home-based business opportunities. They never really seem to get the traction or the response or the results that they saw many others doing. You know, me personally, my very first company was also back in the mid 80s, but I was really fortunate. My direct personal sponsor was already $1 million earner. And so, you know, I got a chance to work directly with the people that know how to build this business as a professional. But most people don't do that. And, you know, you brought up a very important issue, which is the ability to work directly with the people that have had, you know, great levels of success and receive the training and the mentorship from them. Maybe you can, you know, let's plug a couple of your upline team members. Name some of the people that you've been working with.
Okay. Well, Mary Lou, I signed up with Steve Johnson, and he has just been encouraging. I go to Mary Lou for all the practical.
Mary Lou Reardon.
Mary Lou Reardon. She is just amazing. I know I couldn't have done it without her. I know she's a huge part of my success. Mac McDonald and Pat Terry, they're so invested. They put together flyers. They put together contests. They get on our team calls. Mary Lou has team call every Monday night. And I have to mention Larry too, because he is right behind Mary Lou, helping her to be as successful as she is. He does a lot behind the scenes. And then you, Fred, you are so encouraging. And we have quite a team. It's an amazing team, really.
And for those of you that are you know, guests on the program or new distributors, I encourage you to go to the YouTube channel where this is posted, youtube.com/Fred Holmes Zija, my name, Fred Holmes Zija, and search out those names, because Mary Lou Reardon has been one of our guests on a previous Biz Talks. Pat Terry and Mac McDonald, they've both been on this. Their upline sponsor, Reed and Yvonne Nelson,
Yes.
you know, between those two couples, Reed and Yvonne Nelson and Mac McDonald and Pat Terry combined, I think they probably got somewhere in the neighborhood of like 70 years of experience in this industry at the highest levels. And here's another benefit of timing. Because we're a relatively small company, the people that are joining Zija today have direct access to people like that. I hate to throw myself in there because I'm just an average fella compared to those guys, but you know, I've got decades of experience and, you know, multiple 7-figure income, and the people today in Zija that you want to be associated with, that you want to learn from, that you want to have that guidance, the training and the mentorship, we're actively in the field building. That's not going to be necessarily the case 5 and 10 years from now, but it is today. And certainly, you know, I'm just, you know, reiterating what you said. It certainly has made a big difference in your business, because you've been with this for a few years. I know you know, you had an initial launch, kind of had, you know, a maintenance level business. Now, in the last 3 months or so, we instituted a new program, a new benefits package. Through you know, part of the program that's being brought to us by our new executive leadership team, our Premier 20 and Elite 40 programs, clubs, if you will. And the first level allows you to be able to receive, to, you know, simply doing what we do, sharing our products for people that are interested in making a little more money, having a little more free time, sharing our income opportunity. And by simply doing a little bit of activity, you get your own Zija products free, up to $200 worth of Zija
Right.
products.
Yeah.
You go to the next level, which you achieved last period, the Elite 40, and you get in addition to the income you earned from your business,
Yeah.
$200 of free products for your personal consumption, and another $250 cash bonus just because.
Yeah.
Now,
That's right.
what would you say has been, maybe the number one or two things that have caused you to be able to thrive in that new environment?
Well, I began to understand what they were really offering. And so I began to go to work, but I also worked with, I got advice. I would get advice. I made mistakes and I learned from my mistakes. And I just got in and contacted people and just started working.
I have to tell you, Sheri, you just warm my heart, because so many people think that and I understand why. Average person might, let's say they go to 4 years to get a college education. Some people spend another couple of years to get a master's degree, and maybe a few more years to get a PhD. And then after, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they're making a 6-figure income. And so they figure, wow, to be able to do that part-time from home,
Yeah.
you're probably going to need to take 1,000,000 years to learn everything. And I'll tell you what, it is such a joy to hear you just say, well, I just share it with people and get help from my upline. And here's what is true, Sheri. You have been willing to do the deal, to follow the system,
Yeah.
to, not overcomplicate it. Who are we looking for? We're looking for people that want to feel better, look better, live longer, enjoy more life, have more time freedom, have more fun, have more income. And, who does that include?
Include everybody.
Everybody. Okay. Now, not everybody's going to do what we do. People talk about this concept of rejection. Have you experienced rejection, Sheri?
Yeah, I have, but I just tell the people, no worries. It's okay.
And see, I was one of those guys that was, when I first started, of course, I was a much younger man. I used to be a cross-country truck driver, and in my early 30s left that for network marketing. And I was, very much an introvert. It was very difficult for me to talk to people. Rejection was devastating. And my sponsor helped me with this. When somebody says no to me, I figure, well, then I guess you're just too stupid to think about, looking better, feeling better, living longer, right?
Yeah.
And I can't help stupid, right?
No.
There's a little sign like that. What is that, right? I forget that.
Yeah.
Sheri, I always have the best time hanging out with you, and I appreciate your commitment to sharing our Zija products, to sharing our opportunity, and I appreciate you taking a little time to join us this evening.
Thank you so
You will be a great motivation to a lot of people who don't believe they've got the personality or
Yeah.
the knowledge or the
Yeah.
skill sets, because you've demonstrated. You've gone literally in just a couple of 3 months or so to the top of the leaderboard by following simple activities.
Yes.
And doing it in your way,
Yeah.
not my way, not somebody else's way, doing
Yeah.
it your way, and achieve our silver rank. And I see great and wonderful things happening for you in the very near future. Thank you
so
for being
much,
part of
Fred.
our broadcast this evening.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna send you back to the other side. Thank you so
Okay.
much. All right, we're gonna let Sheri go back to the other side of the broadcast. And ladies and gentlemen, and especially those of you as invited guests, this evening was not intended to be, a complete, thorough explanation of anything. Simply an introduction to who we are, what we're doing, and what it could be for you. And so what I'd like to do, 2 things in closing. First, if anything we've shared with you this evening, concept of, starting a business of your own, but being able to do so from home in the time frame that works for you, and build something over time that for many of us has become not just a full-time business income, but an extraordinary level of financial freedom and abundance. If that's intriguing to you, get back with the person that asked you to be part of this broadcast and get additional information. Learn about the things that you need to learn about, how we do what we do, what is our system. Learn about our products. I'm going to tell you right now that if you haven't experienced our products, you don't know why this company is destined to be a household name 10, 20, and 30 years from now. If you're looking for an opportunity to create a legacy for yourself and your children and your grandchildren, take the time it takes to get the information you need. The person that asked you to be part of this broadcast, they may be quite new, but they will plug you in to one of the leaders who has the tenure and experience to show you what it is that you need to do to achieve your goals. The second thing I'm going to do, for those of you that are ready to get started, make that decision. Go ahead, jump in. I mean, what do you got to lose except improving your health and improving your financial situation? If you're ready to get started, join us. Put this in your calendar. Join us on Saturday morning. It's 2 days from now, or whatever time it is if you're watching the video replay. Saturday morning, 10 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have one of our company's top earners, one of the most senior people in Zija, sharing exactly step by step how to get off to a fast start. Day one, what to do to launch your Zija business, create profitability, and then start moving towards long-term leverage and financial income, or residual income. Join us. You can join us through the same link that you did tonight, or the person that invited you to the video replay, they'll share that link with you. With that, one last shout out to Sheri. Sheri, I always have the best time. I always like hanging around with you. See, that's probably the best part of Zija, is we're really nice people and we're fun to hang around with, okay? So anyway, Sheri, thank you so much for sharing your story with us this evening. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for tonight. We're going to see all of you on Saturday morning, 10 p.m. Pacific. That's 1 p.m. Eastern time. And have a great rest of your week. We'll see you Saturday morning. Take care now. Bye-bye.